All right, let's talk about audio recorders. Just like cameras, there's a whole range of audio recording devices available out there, from extremely affordable budget consumer level to eye-wateringly expensive pro level. I wouldn't rush out to buy something for this class. If you're in the market and you know that you want to invest some money on some equipment, I'd be happy to chat with you and find some good options based on your price bracket and your use case scenario, where you want to go with it. But really, your smartphone has sophisticated software that works hand in hand with its microphones. So it's actually a decent option, and you really don't have to buy a new device. I'm going to be coming back to this time and time again, that when you're recording audio, proximity really is king. So you could have a very expensive microphone far away from your sound source, and it's going to sound much worse than just having like your iPhone recorder really close to the sound source. Most entry-level devices are not going to deliver better results than your phone. You'd have to spend quite a bit of money before the analog to digital converters inside the device surpass the ones inside your phone and the complex software that runs them inside your phone. Really, a cheap audio recorder that allows like a decent microphone to plug into it, and you can get that microphone close to your sound source, that's going to be the best way to get started if you're considering investing some money in some equipment. Let's quickly take a look at a few of these and just see the range of what's out there. All right, so there's lots of like little handy recorders. Like they're real small. They kind of fit in the palm of your hand, and they'll have built-in microphones. This Zoom H1N is like roughly $85. It's below $100. Takes a single SD card. You can power it with USB down here. You can plug in some sort of external sound source. You can definitely plug in a microphone. This is not a professional microphone jack though, so you won't be able to easily plug in professional microphones. But like it will accept, if you want to record your band and you want to plug in like the mixer, it'll do that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like other good use cases for these. They're fine. And, it's great for picking up maybe like ambient or room tone with these built-in microphones. But again, it's all about getting as close as you can to the sound source. So if you're walking around recording sounds like out on the street or whatever, it's going to be great. But if you're trying to record dialogue on a film set and you can't get that microphone close to the sound source, then it's really not going to help all that much. All right, so moving up a little bit, this is where we start getting kind of interesting. So I would say that the built-in microphones and the sound of just using these microphones is not going to be way better than using your cell phone if you can get your cell phone close to the sound source. However, what makes this device and like the devices in this bracket really interesting and start to be really interesting are the inclusion of these XLR jacks on the back. And XLR is a professional, it's gonna be hard to like show this. Anyway, there we go. XLR is a professional audio connection technology. I'll get more into it later. But basically this recorder has, decent built-in microphones, but the real draw here is the fact that you can plug in much better microphones. Then this, even the much better microphone, the whole point of that is that you can send it out over a cable and get it much closer to your sound source. Again, this just takes one SD card, and so there's that, like, if the SD card corrupts, you're going to lose all your recordings. The Zoom F4 and F8N, the F4 is shown here. I believe actually that they're working on refreshing this line, so I'm not sure if you could still get the F4. I've used this recorder a ton. I love it. I'm excited to see what they do like moving forward, but this one has dual SD card slots so that if one card corrupts, you have a backup into your the other slot. They're both simultaneously recording. And then the F4 has 4 inputs, the F8 has 8 inputs. And that just means that you can do interesting things, like you can have multiple boom mics out over, like if you're doing an interview and you got 2 people sitting, you could send out 2 boom mics. Or actually maybe more often you would have 1 boom mic and then like a lav on every person. Anyway, so yeah, just having more inputs makes it a more flexible and usable device, and obviously like more expensive. All right, I actually have a device that's slotted right between those two. This is the Tascam 701D. This is a bit of an older device now. It's been refreshed and upgraded quite a bit. But yeah, this is a 4-channel in. And so I've got, got 3 inputs here, plus 1 input over here. It's a little funky, but they kept size smaller that way. A bunch of ins and outs. You can connect it via HDMI to your camera. You can power it over USB-C. Sorry, over USB. So that's why I've got this like USB battery just permanently Velcroed back here. It chews through AA's, but it'll last like multiple days on this USB battery. You can mount your camera onto it, and so it can just sit comfortably below your camera. And then there's your tripod jack right here. And it does have built-in microphones back here, but I never use them. Just like in extreme emergency cases. There, you can see them there. They're just not I don't think they sound that good, and they're just not like usefully placed. Yeah. Anyways, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, the only thing that I really, really don't like about this is that there is only one SD card slot right here. So if this corrupts, then I'm screwed. I'm out of business. Or out of luck, I guess. Other than that, yeah, I think it's been a great device, and I'm excited to upgrade eventually. But the other thing that I find a little bit lacking about this device is that I feel like its preamps and analog to digital converters are a little bit old now. I feel like that they've refreshed the line, and the competition has come out. They themselves, Tascam and the competition, have come out with better sounding preamps and converters since this device came out. This is a great sort of like combo of those where you have 4 inputs. Plus, I think you can also simultaneously run off these 2 here. So potentially 6 sound sources at once. And yeah, I would say this is just like a higher end answer to like the Zoom H4n, like this one here. There's nothing wrong with this. I think this is like a fantastic starter device. And then if you're interested in stepping up, then this would be a device for you. Sound Devices is like a very high-end company. Their analog to digital converters are like really, really fantastic. And so that means like the device itself has very low noise, and the sound that it captures is really clean. Because of that, their feature set sometimes tends to be a little bit more limited. So you can see this one is like more expensive than the 4-input Zoom, but this one only has 3 inputs. All right, moving up, Sound Devices 833. So this is just the professional line. You know what? I don't know. The other thing that sound recorders will do is they'll output timecode, and then you would plug your cameras. The professional grade cameras will accept timecode, and then when you go to edit, all the sound and video cameras are synced via this timecode signal. And so this definitely outputs timecode. Oh, and I forgot to kind of mention that these don't have built-in microphones. I actually think that the F4 and F8 might have like a very, very, very low quality built-in microphone just for capturing scratch audio. But it's not meant to be used like this kind of thing where it has built-in microphones. And so, yeah, this does not, and this definitely does not. All right, yeah. Now you're looking at like a huge number of connections. It's tons of flexibility, and then yeah, you have incredible preamps. So that and audio to digital converters. So the signal is super clean. It's built to be used every day. It's like very, very robust. This is top tier, like Hollywood level recording equipment.